Okay, Chile run starts now on a very peculiar day. As you can see by the traffic light, there's been a nationwide power cut. Nothing in the entirety of Chile, except for anywhere that's linked up to its own power source, currently works. We're 3k in, and to say the least, it's hot out here. I think it's about 30 degrees. Wow. That is a flag, alright. If you didn't believe me that I was in Chile, hey, now there's no doubt, is there? That's like, wow. Majestic, actually, how it just flies in the wind. God, I forgot the absolute qualms of city running, being so long out in nature that you just, every second you're just dodging cars left, right and centre. Following a map is hopeless with the amount of crisscross roads. I'm just lost on a highway trying to get to a park, find some green. We're down to our last 5 kilometres, and man, it has been a smelter. I feel like I'm on fire right now. Absolutely boiling out here. At least you found London. Some green space in the BT Tower as my beacon to guide me home. Looks suspiciously similar. Never finished a run, hating it, but sometimes during it can take you to some different places that you have to really dig deep. I think I'm there now for this last kilometre. See you at the finish line. We have spent 21.16 kilometres. Pretty happy because I just scraped under 6 minutes per kilometre. Still a while away from my goal for Sweden, but we've done it. Glad that one's over. See you in Argentina. Okay, so we're about to embark on our Argentinian half marathon. To make it a little bit more interesting to the viewers, I'm going to do something a little bit different. Our first stop is a supermarket. The goal is going to be to buy a bag of ice, and we're going to see if we can run a half marathon before the bag of ice melts. Some people would probably do a bit more research and see how long it takes for a bag of ice to melt, so on and so on, but I've done none of that. We're just going to buy the bag of ice, we're going to strap it to our back, and we're going to run. It might be an epic race to the finish line, waiting for that one last bit of ice to hold strong. We'll see. So this is the Argentinian marathon. Stay tuned. Let's go get the bag of ice. Okay. Here's our opponent. No idea how this is going to go. This could be a complete flop or a wicked video. We'll see. Why not, huh? Got to do something to entertain yourself. We've got the bag of ice. Let's see what happens. Let's run a half marathon. Not let this bad boy melt. Okay, well, we're 2 kilometres down. I'm not gonna lie, carrying a big ass bag of ice is pretty hard. So I'm come back just to grab a bag. Right, 3 kilometres in, and I can still feel some ice on my back. So it's got to be a good thing, right? Thankfully, the bag has a little pocket for a camel pouch for water, so I've just stuffed it down there. So it's, at the start it was kind of jiggling around a little bit, but when I put it in the pouch it was good. My back's going to be just getting sweatier This is a good thing there's an ice pack on it, keep it cool, but I have a feeling that's going to cause it to melt a little bit faster. Again, pretty classic me to not plan it too much. I've got no idea how wet my back is going to be by the end of it. Right, kind of randomly but very welcomely, this is taking me along the trail. Shade, I'm sure, is good for the ice pack, so let's keep it going. 5k down, quarter of the way, and this is the ice bag. Actually looking pretty good. Dripping for sure. My back is feeling a little bit wet, but yeah, in an hour and a half we'll see how far that's gone. Wow. The trail is very, very different to the road. It's a lot harder, a lot harder, but a lot more interesting. At least you get to entertain yourself. There's some pretty beautiful views. Wow. So it's quite a good time just to pause. Beautiful, huh? So the bag on my back is not helping. In fact, solely my back. It's really cold. You know, when you hold ice, you're getting that kind of all over my back. It's time to think this was a pretty dumb idea, but so just putting in the kilometres and hoping that this bag of ice doesn't melt. When I say it out loud, it's pretty ridiculous. I'm just a British dude running a trail half marathon with a bag of ice on my back in Argentina. Okay, we're halfway and let's check on this bag of ice. I'm not gonna lie, I can feel some drops. It's starting to get pretty wet back there, which I think means there's a lot of melting, but right, so we're halfway and this is where we're at. It's definitely decreased in size. I think the bag is about halfway done, so it's definitely tight. Let's hope there's still some left by the time I get back. See you in another 5k. Bye. Just keep your step in. Well, my back's getting absolutely soaked and cold, so halfway point, changing strategy, putting it in the dry bag. Well, the dry bag is definitely helping to get some of that cold water off my back. Damn, that was getting pretty painful. Halfway, only a 10k to go. Let's get it done. Wow, I love this. Proper outdoor climbing wall with the roots and everything. Look at that one, just a ladder. Boom, 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 boom. Gosh, that looks so fun. Well, let's focus on one sport at a time, right? Let's focus on the task at hand. Trying to get home before this bag of ice melts. Nothing like the alone dirt road. Just putting in those steps. Trying to make a bag of ice not melt. boom, boom, boom. I mean, every time I say it out loud, it's just kind of hilarious, isn't it? It's really not an impressive thing at all. It's just so random that I'm just in Argentina running a half marathon with a bag of ice in my back, and the most important thing in the world to me right now is getting home before it melts. Like, what am I doing right now? Oh my gosh, really feeling in my stride now. The best part of that long run is when your body finally accepts that it's doing a long run and it just gets into its automatic mode, the flow state, as some philosophers might call it. And that's how I'm feeling right now. Definitely in the flow. We're 3 kilometres from the finish line, so let's see how our bag of ice is doing. We've got roughly 18 minutes left. It's definitely a lot smaller than when we started, but there's still some ice there. Oh damn. We're a couple kilometres from the finish line. What started as a very random thought in the tent, thinking, what can I do on my next half marathon that would be interesting, funny, and I thought, it would be fun to have like a timer, a natural timer against me, not just a clock. And I just thought, I know what would be funny. Let's just buy a bag of ice and run with it. Quite literally, run with it. Like, just grab the bag of ice, see what happens. And after a very, very cold back, a very wet short, even to my legs, wow. Despite not being the fastest half marathon, it is coming to an end, and I can still feel the weight of ice on my back. It's shaking around, so I guess that answers the question that I can do a half marathon before a bag of ice melts. Back to where it started, to buy ourselves a celebratory drink to make the most of this ice. Why not? Alright, 500 metres to go. The bag of ice is still on my back, but I've gained a friend. Something to celebrate. I think it's going to be ice cold. Boom, we've done it. 100 metres over the half marathon point, but it's always good to go slightly over the goal, just to show what you're made of, isn't it? We've done it, not in the quickest of times, 2 hours and 14 minutes, but something I'll be pretty happy with, given there was a bit of trails and there was a bag of ice in my bag, so boom. Moment of truth, how much ice is left? That's not bad at all. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I had done no research prior to this about how long it takes for a bag of ice to melt, but now I've found out it's longer than 2 hours and 14 minutes. So, there's only really one thing to do, isn't it? Is to enjoy.
Oh.
Ready?
We're doing the ice bag challenge. No, don't race them all. Ooh.
Okay. To another half marathon complete. See you in Brazil. Woo.
Yeah. Good looking.
His ice has travelled with me for 21.2 kilometres. Cheers. Oh, wow.
That's actually really quite nice.
That's delicious. Wow.
Top me up, lovely.